What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? What's up? How's it going? Yeah, wearing the shirt and tie. You know, I had to appease Troutman there yesterday, guys. Remember, he said I should wear a suit and tie when I do this, right? Seem more professional. So here we are, guys. I have to appease Troutman. Right? We have to make him happy. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. Okay. What's going on? Yes, we will, in fact, get into the house hippos, guys. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, then we'll get into the super chats a little bit. What's going on? Nice green day for Bitcoin, guys. $119,328. A little bit of a look at these wicks to the downside. Look at these long tails, guys. A lot of buying pressure. Every time we get below 118,700, we wick right back up again. So that's very, very good sign, guys. We're seeing a lot of buying pressure in that area. Let's get into the super chats a little bit. Ramona, happy Thursday. Let's go get that money. As Gamma would say, please hit that like. Absolutely. Gamma Goddess. Hey, Robin fam. Let's DCA to get this money. Let's go. Ramona again. Hey, Gamma, Jake the Snake, and the rest of you soon-to-be wealthy weirdos. Absolutely. Jeff, thank you so much, man. Sad day. The Hulkster passed away. Yes, indeed. Hulk Hogan has passed away today at 71 years old. That's just too bad. We now live in you now live in a world with no Hulk Hogan, okay? It's a sad day for sure. Gamma Goddess, this is for the House Hippo lovers everywhere. Absolutely. We're going to get into some House Hippo action today, guys. Strawberry Dragon picked up a decent wallet today. Thank you, Rob, for the great deal. You look handsome. Oh, Hulk Hogan died. Yes, absolutely he did. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, guys, take advantage of the decent wallet deal that you've got down in the description and in the chat here. You're getting yourself a free Zebek airdrop with your decent wallet purchase and $20 off, guys. Do not miss out on that. It's only until August 5th. So jump on it, guys. If you want a free Zebek airdrop, take advantage of the situation. All right, let's get into the chat a little bit. Go fast. What's up, man? Argo. Hey, Rob. Was just watching a VOD from Patreon with the app you were talking about. You can use the Patreon API or... Yeah, I'm actually working with one of our Patreon members to we have a bead on an app that we're going to be using. So, but thank you so much, man. William, good to see you, buddy. J Money in the house. We got Bulbasaur hanging and banging, just like Hulk Hogan, hanging and banging down on Venice Boulevard, brother. Quentin, I see you, buddy. Jake the Snake, got my notification, baby. Joy, happy Thursday, Patreon family, and everyone. Not on the Patreon, hit the likes. Thank you, Rob. Absolutely, guys. If you are not part of the 10% club, guys, you are definitely missing the boat. All right, Mario, let's go, fam. I got the Hulkamania with Ozzy looking down, telling me to have patience. Absolutely, man. Jake the Snake, good to see all these weirdos people in the chat. I think they all must just be lucky or something. Yeah. Lucky guessing all over the place. Ramona, I'm buying some pith in honor of Hulk. P.S. Hit the likes. Yes, absolutely. A little bit of pith for the Hulkster, man. Pithomania's running wild, brother. Absolutely. What do we got? Spuds, what's going on, buddy? Mario, let's get this moolah. Paul, I see you, my dude. I see you, buddy. Blant, I see you too. Don't try to hide. I got you. Isaac, Lickatong in the house, my dude. What's up, Rob? Hope all is well. I want you to know I'm really counting on your help and guidance to secure these gains. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, Isaac. You know I always got your back, brother. You know that. Don't even sweat it, brother. Don't even sweat it a little bit. Big Rob's got your back. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow, costs you absolutely nothing. It's free. So go ahead and do that. We smashed above 14,000 subs yesterday, guys. So thanks to everybody who subscribed to the channel. Thanks for pushing us up over that limit. Let's keep it going, keep it growing. Big things popping, little things stopping. What do we got right now? We got 254 people watching, and we have 74 likes, guys. Let's smash it. Let's get 200 likes. We can do it. We got it. Let's get it. H Barbarina in the house. What's going on, my dude? Ricky, is XRP the new Bitcoin? No, but XRP is an absolutely lights out, make you want to smack your mama, fantastic project. Nothing will replace Bitcoin, though. Do not believe the hype. Do not believe the maxis. The Bitcoin is the biggest crypto, and as long as hedge funds and institutions and ETFs, XRP will be one of the top coins, though, forever. They are even getting their own spot ETF, so absolutely. What else do we have? D-Jar, what's up, man? There's another weekly hash ribbon buy signal on Bitcoin. That's 3 in 17 weeks. They usually lead to upside. Let's go. We are in a bullish structure as well, my brother. I agree, man. I agree. Beeps, my dude. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. DNBT. Hey, Rob, I'm locked in and turned in. Let's frickin' go. Absolutely. Beebs, good to see you over on Blueprint as well, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for supporting Crypto Blueprint as well as Crypto Future. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. Over on Crypto Blueprint, we got the shakes that'll make you quake. We're all over the place. We will be playing the replay of the Zebek Algorand Spaces that's taking place this afternoon. I will be covering the spaces in its entirety and releasing the video over on Crypto Blueprint later today. And do not forget, it is Thursday, guys. We have the Patreon only, the 10% Club live stream tonight with Rule Black and Max over on the Patreon. Get over to the 10% Club, guys. You do not want to miss out on this stuff. Rich, what music is this? I dig it. Actually, StreamYard has created a list of non-copyright music that you can just kind of select from, so you can only get it on StreamYard. But you can use my link down in the description to create a StreamYard account if you want. I don't know if you're going to do any streaming or not, but Robin, what's up, man? Hey, Rob, I saw you say in your video that BTC will peak in November. Do you expect the alts to pump only? No, pulps. Alts will pump the whole time, but they'll go on their final parabolic phase. They'll continue to pump probably for about 5 or 6 weeks after Bitcoin tops, right? As we see capital rotate from Bitcoin into the alts, and then it's all over. So yeah, so that's how that works out. What else do we have? Where were we? Joe says, hey, Ramona, Jared, let's get this money, fam. Blessings, John. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you? Let's get it, Jared. Absolutely. Nick Powell, what's up, my dude? I am buying a house hippo for good luck. Yes, make sure you have a house hippo. They keep the mice away, too, honestly. They keep the mice away, right? Wow, making a live. Sharon's in the house. We love to see you, Sharon. Yamagata says this song is a Hangover movie soundtrack. Dope. There you go, man. Ali Graph MNR. Wow, a lot of coins there, man. A lot of coins, brother. Miller Mountain Moonwell dipped with chips yesterday. Scooped up the opportunity. That's what you got to do, man. Big Mike in the house. House Hippo time, family. You know what, guys? You know what? Upon popular request, we have to see. We got to get the House Hippo pump in effect. Where is it? Here we go. We got to get the House Hippo pump in effect. Before we get this party started, let's get into it. Let's talk about it, guys.
It's nighttime in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States.
Once a day.
House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen. but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast. They build their nests in bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to be very soft and warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
Yep, true.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you?
House hippo pump in full effect. Get yourself a house hippo today, guys. Do not miss it. They are an endangered species at this point. All right, what else do we got? El Curdo, what's up, man? Hope you're doing great, brother. You got to come to Belgium sometime. Would love to meet up with you one day. Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're going to travel this world, baby. We're going to travel this world. Ron, good to see you, buddy. Buying Wormhole. Nice, nice, nice. Joe, hello, Crypto Fram from Canada. Lots of us up here. Appreciate what Trump is doing. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Rich says, love the trolling. Spencer, what's up, buddy? Wait, is this Steve? Or Blair Underwood? I like your church clothes. Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Looks good. Thank you, Joe. Rob, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Well, I mean, you know, we had Troutman complaining yesterday that I wasn't wearing a suit and tie, so I figured, hey, why not appease the trolls, right? I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. This background music, it gave me the clap. Graphic. What else do we have? Devin, I bet you're only wearing the shirt and tie and shorts on the bottom. Hey, you don't know my pants situation. I like to keep you guessing, right? I like to keep you guessing. Babes, Rob, I'd wear gym shorts with the shirt and tie. Nobody would notice. There you go, Alex. Let's go, buddy. Good to see you. Crypto Rob, looking sharp there, bud. I like it. Azarine, what's going on, man? Go time. Good afternoon. Venom, closed legs don't get fed. There you go. Tyler, dang, this guy's wearing a dress shirt and a tie. I'm going to buy anything he suggests. Love the troll. Exactly, right? Exactly. The airdrop for Zebek will pay for the decent wallet in a few months. It's basically free. Absolutely correct, my friend. Absolutely correct. You nailed it. Some people don't see the forest through the trees, though, right? Joe, let's get this Zebek Clearpool Moon well. Let's go. Easy. Yo, my chicken wuss is bland. I'm here for the 7 herbs and spices. Absolutely, man. Let's drop it. Big C. Checking in for duty. Let's get it. What happened? Went to an ad and never came back. Nice tie, brother. Thank you. Hey, Rob, I love the Patreon question in my one-on-one today. So excited, but I'm confused. I received a link yesterday, but the meeting is today. Yeah, just ignore the one yesterday. You're fine. Love those smack yo mama projects, just like Rob's Gems in the 10. It's the 10% community guide, the 10% club. Let's get it. Funky, dressed for success. Absolutely, man. I'm dressed to buy the dip. Ray, let's go, buddy. Argo, hey again, my friend is Adam. Cosmos, my friend is in. Oh, your friend is in Cosmos. Okay, I was wondering, what do you think about the project? Cosmos is a great project. Great project. It'll do fantastic. Best time to buy something like that, though, not financial advice, but is in the bottom of the bear market. Buying it right now is kind of right? Braveheart, we join the Patreon. We win. Just thank you, tip for Rob. Gratitude. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. The appreciation always means a lot, guys. It gets me in the feels. Isaac, thank you, Rob. And in case you haven't heard it today, love you, man. Hey, I love you too, brother. Jesus, Hulk Hogan died. Yeah, sad day, man. Sad day. Beeves, Rob, do you see Caspa's Fibonacci lining up with 31 cents? I think I looked at that on the Fibs the other day, didn't I? On Caspa? Let me see. do, 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 do. Un momento, por favor. Let me just line this up. Let me line it up. I mean, in the short term, let me go over there. In the short term, I mean, let me add some more of my my 786 back in there so you can look. So we've rejected off the 786 a couple of times, obviously, right? As you can see right in here. At 78 cents 3-1 or 786 11 cents 69. You got a little bit of resistance up there right now. You've hit your 50 fib as support down here on a wick. I don't know if you can see it, but now you're back to battling between your 618 and your 50, right? It's going to be a little bit of a battle in the near term, my friend. I think you need some. I think honestly, you need some consolidation here. I do. I think you need some consolidation in this range between your. I mean, I'm hoping you can get back up between your 618 and your 786, but right now it doesn't look like that's going to happen, right? So, you might range between your 50 and your 618 for a little bit. Build some strength for the next leg up, and you need it because you haven't really built any strength in this whole run up until your 236, right? You broke above your 236. You had a little bit of resistance at your 382 for about 5 or 6 days, and then you just kept going, right? So, yeah, a little bit of consolidation where we are right now wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, brother, to be honest with you. All right, where was I? Strawberry Dragon, are you wearing PJ bottoms or gym shorts? Maybe I'm wearing tighty whities. You don't know. You don't know my pants situation. Lord of the Realm, what's going on? Kai says most likely gym shorts. Maybe it's sweatpants, huh? Maybe I just got off the treadmill. Maybe that. Philip, what's up, Rob? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Paulo, Nadex is going to be recognized by Elon Musk soon. You would think so, considering that they manufacture their products specifically for the Teslas, right? Ramona says, looking good, thank you so much. Nick, Rob had to take his pants back to the pants store. Yes, I returned them. There was only one leg. I didn't buy. They told me buy one leg, get the second one free, but I never got the second leg for free in the pack. So, Vanders, FYI, Coinbase will be on maintenance August 2nd. Oh, there you go. Predicting a big bump, probably. H. Barbarina just ordered another decent wallet last Thursday. Just got a notification it's on its way. There you go, man. Yeah, they're quick, man. Are you expecting dovish Fed next week? You know what? I covered that. I covered the Fed this morning in a video. It's going to be really hard to know what the Fed's going to do here because my goodness, is Powell under a lot of pressure, man. A lot of pressure now, right? I covered this morning. He's now being sued because their meetings are closed door meetings and they're supposed to be open door meetings, actually, right? So now they're being sued for holding closed door meetings, and they want this Fed meeting coming up to be an open door meeting because they want transparency on exactly why the Fed is not cutting interest rates because they're not telling us, right? Like the freaking president of the United States is not being informed as to why we're not cutting rates, for crying out loud, right? So they need to hold open, transparent meetings, and legally they're supposed to be, but they're not, right? So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Criminal charges have been brought up against him. He's now being sued. The president is all up in his grill all over X and Truth Social and everything. When will Jerome Powell buckle is the big question. A lot of pressure, guys. A lot of pressure. Robin, thank you so much. Hey, Rob, was there a reason for the strong dip? Everything dipped, not just Moonwell, my friend. Everything dipped. Nothing specifically affecting Moonwell specifically, though. So no, nothing like that. Nothing bad. Cliff, thank you so much, man. Typically wouldn't trust if someone wasn't wearing a double Windsor, but you've always proven yourself and always looking sharp. Thank you, Cliff. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Kevin, let's have a Patreon party next year. We can take our new jets and meet up. Vegas is always a great meet place. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. I will come rolling up in my SpongeBob SquarePants pajamas on my four-wheeler, guys. Absolutely. Let's get it done. Beebs, thank you. Hey, no problem, brother. I got your back. As always, man. As always, I'm looking forward to this hockey season, man. I will be down in Florida. We are going to be taking in a game. Carlos, hey, Rob, I got my decent wallet yesterday. Thanks for the great deal. Hey, absolutely, brother. I got the shakes that'll make you quake, man. My thoughts on Swift Coin. My Swift Coin is one of my biggest bags, my friend. One of my biggest bags. So, yes. Very, very bullish, obviously, on it, right? New in-can Empire. Yo, Rob, looking like a pimp. Absolutely, man. Joe, Rob is a disguise like Clark Kent, but when he's in his community, double super crypto man. Exactly. God, able to leave God candles and destroy red dildos. I like it. I like it. Nothing better than taking a poop and listening to Rob. There you go. I'm glad. I hope everything comes out well for you. Braveheart. Coach Rob is sporting the TradFi uniform, separating himself from the crowd. Respect no matter what he wears. Hey, absolutely. I'm trying to be a Pompliano here, right? I figure if I wear a suit, if I wear a tie, and I smile awkwardly into the camera like I'm Norman Bates, maybe they'll put me on Fox Business or something. I don't know. We'll see. Milk Money, what's up? Double the likes for double the gains. Let's get it. Let's get it. What do we got, guys? 383 people watching. We have 118 likes. Let's get it up to 200, guys. Let's keep it going. Hey, Zeus, did you hear the Economic Ninja next 7-day drop? Yes, I did. And I was extremely not surprised by the video. The video says you have 7 days. And then all he does is plug his plan, his course for 10 minutes and doesn't tell you what happens in 7 days, right? So yes, I did catch that. I love the Patreon question. In my one-on-one, I received a link yesterday. I already answered that for you, Daniela. I said, don't worry about the link yesterday. You're fine. You will get a link today. You're all good. Don't worry about it. You're all good. Just ignore the link that went yesterday. You're fine. I got your back. What do we got? Who else do we got? Wow, the chat is busy today. Jack, what's up, man? Can you change the tie color every day, please? I actually can. I have a lot of ties. I actually can. Robin, my wife never lets me wear shirts and ties, though, when I go out. I prefer to, but she doesn't like me to because she feels I'm looking too, I don't know, stuffy, pompous, I suppose. I don't know. She likes when I just throw a hoodie on. So, got to listen to your old lady, guys. Got to listen to your old lady, right? Jack Sparrow, what's up, man? You can't change the tie. Braveheart, Robin. It's so I could DCA a bunch or maybe the BCA dip. BTC dip. Jake the Snake, Roberto needed a third leg spawn into the pants. Last ones were too tight. Let's go. Milk Money, happy Thursday. Ramona beat you to it. Scroll up. Ramona beat you to it, man. JTS strikes again. Let's get it. Crypto Rob Rob shows up in a shirt and tie today after our troll yesterday. And when are you going to just sit and stare at in silence for a while? Yeah. You gotta feed the trolls, right? You gotta feed the trolls, man. Absolutely. Victor, Rob, please get back into your jersey. I can't take your serious with that tie. What do we got here? What else do we have? Lost my spot. Braveheart says, only 117 likes so far. Please hit the like, guys and gals. Absolutely. Lord of the Realm, I think you skipped my my super chat. Let me check. Let me go back and check, brother. Lord of the Realm, looking for a super chat. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, buddy. Something is different about you today. For some reason, I have the urge to give you money. Give me money. Absolutely. I miss Leo's as well. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see these two. Hey, Rob, thank you so much for your hard work, brother. I love our crypto family. Absolutely, man. We are the 10%, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, guys, for supporting the channel. Absolutely, man. Means a lot, guys. It means a lot. Wow, we reached our goal. Let's set another one here. There, we set another goal. Guys, we hit our goal already. Thank you so much for that. Holy smokes. Holy shamoly. All right, let's keep it going. Let's get this party rocking. Danny dropping the 7 herbs and spices on me there. Boof. Elbow drop. Thank you so much for the super sticker, my friend. I appreciate you. Robomania's running wild, brother, says Joe. Absolutely. Liquidity. Rob, you're hilarious. Never let the trolls get to you. Loving the suit. I figured you guys would appreciate the irony, right? So, Gerald today bought back as well as Griff. Well, under Nickelmore, SPX on the dip. There you go. McFreedoms. We got the fries that'll cross your eyes. There you go. Emilio's exactly. I was in a ninja clickbait video. What a waste of time. Yeah, it happens. Jamie, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, Rob, rip that shirt up. Yep, pulling a Hulkamania there. Pulling a Hulkamania. All right, guys, let's get into the news a little bit. Holy smokes, we have been having a blast in the chat, but we got to get into the news. Guys, if you're not in the 10% club, get over there today. We will be live later today. It's going to be a good time, guys. It's going to be a good time. You're going to miss out on the Patreon only live stream tonight. Rule Black, Maximus Crypto, and myself. We're going to be talking about micro cap gems tonight, guys. You're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you are there. Join the 10% club. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It is in the description. And in the meantime, let's get into some of the news. Let's go have a look at the M2 real quick. All right, so M2 continuing to tick its way upwards. I believe that the M2 is probably going to set another high before rolling over. That's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to end up doing that and then going down. At very least, we'll double top, but I think we're going higher and then we'll drop. That'll set us up for a November finish to the cycle. So, Cryptus, I see you. I see you, Cryptus. How you doing? All right, so what else do we have? Oh, yes, here is, yes, 85 crash. Yeah, RIP Hulk Hogan. Absolutely, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. I love Hulk Hogan. So check this out, guys. I played this morning, but yes, Jerome Powell being sued. Check it out, my friends. Check it out.
Now, there's Azoria Capital filing a lawsuit today against Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell, alleging that the central bank is violating transparency law. The suit in part says this: Azoria believes the Federal Reserve is violating federal transparency law, and we are asking a federal judge to immediately block next week's Federal Reserve meeting from happening behind closed doors. Azoria is demanding the court order that the Fed to keep the meeting open as the company sounds the alarm on recent policy decisions, saying Azoria is deeply concerned that the FOMC under Chairman Powell is maintaining high interest rates to undermine President Donald J. Trump and his economic agenda. Joining me now is the CEO himself, Azoria CEO James Fishback. James, thanks very much for being here. So you think this is all political?
I do, Maria. Good morning. The truth of the matter is that inflation is now at a 4-year low under President Trump's leadership. 5 consecutive better than expected, lower than expected inflation readings. And the Federal Reserve refuses to lower rates from a 20-year high. That is a life-altering decision that affects Americans all over the country. They can't get a mortgage. They can't get a home. They can't start or grow their family. Azoria is now suing Jerome Powell in federal court this morning to demand that next week's meeting be open to public observation as federal transparency law requires.
Well, I mean, they always have meetings behind closed doors. So this meeting next week is no different than any other meetings, though.
Well, the fact of the matter is, the fact that they've always broken the law does not excuse them from breaking the law. There's a couple Supreme Court precedents that have moved in our favor, specifically the overturning of the Chevron doctrine. But I got to tell you the truth, Maria, Americans are frustrated. They do not understand why Jerome Powell is being too late. They don't understand that despite inflation being at a 4-year low, that the Federal Reserve is refusing to lower rates. And so the public, Azoria, the president of the United States, can't even know why the Federal Reserve is not acting.
This guy is under so much pressure. Holy cannoli. My goodness, guys. My goodness. When will Powell finally cave? We'll find out. XDB, guys, bringing it to the channel. One of the micro cap gems we got into early over on the Patreon. Let's talk about it. Tokenize anything. Deploy in minutes. XDB chain brings real-world assets to blockchain with the speed, simplicity, and scale developers actually need. Whether you're building for loyalty programs, stablecoins, digital collectibles, or tokenized brands, XDB chain gives you the tools to go from idea to deployment. Guys, I am extremely bullish on XDB. Again, we brought this one over to the Patreon, over to the 10% Club a long time ago. We have been in accumulation mode on this bad boy for quite some time. We are now bringing it over to the YouTube channel. Guys, you want to get in early on these kinds of plays, you got to get into the 10% Club. I'm telling you right now, the link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. Get your butts over there. This is going to absolutely skyrocket, in my opinion. Just a reminder, guys, again, over on Crypto Blueprint later today, we will be playing the replay of the spaces between Zebek and Algorand. Okay, so make sure you guys catch that over on Crypto Blueprint. If you are not subscribed to Crypto Blueprint, get over there. You're missing a lot of very important information, guys. We drop exclusive content only on Crypto Blueprint, so get over there. Do not miss out on that. Check this out as well, guys. A little bit of XCN update for you. Check it out. The new look for the Onyx Coin protocol. They're changing it over. Look at this. Sleek, sexy design. Absolutely fantastic. Upgrades coming, guys. Big things for Onyx Coin XCN. I love it. You didn't realize how bland and old the XCN protocol was. Like how boring it looked until now you're looking at the new one. So absolutely amazing. Fridge. Oh my God, Rob's in a tie. Well played, sir. I figured you guys would love that. The irony of it. The irony of it. All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. What else do we have? All right. JP Morgan embraces crypto as collateral for client loans. Mr. Jamie Dimon himself, Mr. Bitcoin is a pet rock, do not buy crypto, is now in crypto? That can't be right. JP Morgan Chase is reportedly exploring a new lending product that would allow clients to borrow against their crypto holdings. According to sources cited by the Financial Times, the U.S. banking giant is in internal discussions to launch crypto collateralized loans, potentially as early as next year. The plan would let clients use cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, or even crypto-focused ETFs as collateral in exchange for cash or credit. While still in its exploratory phase, the product would be JP Morgan's clearest signal yet that it is taking crypto seriously, despite Jamie Dimon being on national television telling you he is not. The news is especially interesting given CEO Jamie Dimon's long-standing skepticism towards Bitcoin, which he once called a fraud. Despite Dimon's vocal criticisms, JP Morgan has quietly expanded its crypto exposure over the past several years. That, in my opinion, is market manipulation. That is intentional market manipulation. Jamie Dimon has been on national television knowing the influence that he has in the investment world, telling people not to buy Bitcoin, while right here reporting over the last 7 years they have been buying crypto. That is market manipulation. That is prison time, in my opinion. The bank has built blockchain-based settlement systems like JPM Coin, invested in crypto infrastructure firms, and offered access to crypto investment products for its wealthy clients. But lending directly against crypto markets, an entirely new stage. And that's what's happening. According to the Financial Times, JP Morgan is not alone. BlackRock, Fidelity, and Goldman Sachs have all expanded their crypto capabilities by allowing clients to borrow against crypto holdings. JP Morgan could help high net worth individuals and funds unlock liquidity without selling long-term assets. Of course, this shift is not without risk. Lending against crypto presents unique challenges, especially when it comes to price volatility, liquidation rules, and custody infrastructure. Traditional banks are not yet fully equipped to handle these technical nuances, and JP Morgan will need to establish robust risk management protocols to avoid forced liquidations during sharp downturns. There's also the issue of rehypothecation and regulatory scrutiny. If crypto assets used as collateral are locked or staked, questions arise around the banks can do with them, but what the banks can do with them, and who ultimately controls them in the event of a default. Your first crypto with Coinbase, this link uses the affiliate, blah, 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 I don't care. So JP Morgan, after years of calling Bitcoin a pet rock and calling Bitcoin a fraud and a scam, is now working towards allowing you to use your crypto as collateral for loans. But if they truly thought that crypto was a scam and Bitcoin was a pet rock, why would they accept it as collateral? Things you need to ask yourself, guys. Nadex isn't looking hot. Nothing's looking. Oh, what are you talking? Guys, you really got to zoom out. You really got to zoom out, my friend, if you think Nadex isn't looking hot. If it dumps, guess what? I'm buying more, right? Literally partnered with Tesla. Literally, right? Partnered with Amazon, Google, so many other companies, right? Sleeping giant is the word I would use to describe Nadex. Watch, Jimmy says, watch what they do, not what they say. Exactly. I put my pennies where they put their dollars, guys. That's how it is done. Let's get into this piece from Squawk Box, my friends. Investors should step into the markets in a prudent way. Speaking of JP Morgan.
Futures mixed in the pre-market, but as we told you, the S&P and the NASDAQ both coming off record closes. And joining us right now to talk about the markets is Elise Azenbaugh. She is the head of investment strategy at JP Morgan Wealth Management. And Elise, there have been all these questions with the rebound we've seen in the market since April. People were saying, hey, there are pretty high expectations heading into earnings that people want to see this. You've got a really interesting call on this. You think there doesn't have to be an all clear call on everything else that's happening with the geopolitical headlines, with everything else. You just think we need to see some steady progress continuing when it comes to what companies are earning.
I think that's right. And earnings season is proving that so far. There are a lot of compelling micro stories, be it related to artificial intelligence or security spending in Europe, and even these potential tailwinds coming from the One Big Beautiful Bill that I think investors have shifted their focus to and really started to embrace. And that's what's continuing to drive markets higher.
What are the tailwinds from the One Big Beautiful Bill? Because we have been hearing from companies like AT&T and Verizon, who are talking about the benefits they'll be seeing and what they plan on doing with that cash. Yesterday, AT&T said it's going to see $6.5 to $8 billion in benefits from the One Big Beautiful Bill, and it plans to put that money into infrastructure spending over the next couple of years, along with beefing up its pension plan.
Yeah, I think it's those provisions related to things like R&D spending and depreciation
But you
that.
said tailwinds, not headwinds, right?
Oh, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I misheard. I heard headwinds.
Look, and the company you mentioned isn't the only specific example. There have been others in the consumer sector, for example, that are talking about this as an offset to what they had originally feared as it relates to that tariff headwind. And I think that's the kind of thing that investors are willing to kind of consider as they look through the potential for economic data to weaken in the second half of this year.
Okay, what about the AI race? What about the CapEx spending, like what we heard from Alphabet?
I think it's really encouraging and it's validating our thesis. What's really important is that you're finally starting to get this positive feedback loop where corporate adoption of artificial intelligence is growing. It's twice as high as it was last year, and it's rising at a rate around 4.5 times that it was in 2024. Furthermore, there was this recent survey put out by the Fed, or excuse me, not a survey, but a study put out by the Fed that showed that those sectors that have higher adoption rates of artificial intelligence have enjoyed higher productivity growth since 2019.
Okay, that's going to be the big issue, measuring that productivity growth, trying to figure out what it means. Because if you just look at the CapEx spending, it is the companies like the NVIDIAs, the Broadcoms that are benefiting from this. It hasn't helped everybody else. But it's much harder to try and figure out the productivity gains on these and maybe the potential savings rates for companies that are adopting these things.
Definitely. And we're looking at a lot of different measures to kind of gauge that. I think one of them that's been really helpful is even considering how headcount has maybe changed or stayed flat amongst specific companies.
Changed meaning gone down. You don't have to hire as many people when you have AI helping you out.
Exactly. And what's happened to their revenues and their bottom line profits along the way. There are multiple anecdotes where we see encouraging signs that that productivity is potentially feeding through, that you're getting positive operating leverage from all of this investment in AI.
Is there a point, I mean, if it's been so helpful to individual companies to say we can produce even more and we don't have to hire anyone else. In fact, we might be able to even reduce headcount. Is there a point where it comes back and really bites us in the rear because it affects the jobs picture at that point? I mean, what's happening so far with the jobs picture? What's happening with the broader economic views as a result?
Look, I think it's a really apt question because while I'm encountering a lot of investors who are willing to embrace kind of this bullishness around AI, that is the multi-year fear. That said, I think the dynamics that you've seen early stages in terms of AI disruption to the job market are suggesting that while maybe some hiring in certain subsegments of tech, for example, have been slowing down, there are new jobs being created that are really enabled by the technology. And I think there could be some friction along the way, but we've been through this sort of creative destruction before, and the economy has evolved. And
just happening at a faster pace, I would say, with AI than it ever has before. You would say to buy at these levels, even though the S&P is hitting a new high, the NASDAQ's hitting a new high, you would say buy, and you think it's going to go high?
Look, I think we're cautiously optimistic. And while the index is currently trading around our base case range that we're expecting by mid-year 2026, now is a time where we're starting to entertain that bull case, where we could potentially see the S&P 500 rising to 7,000. I would characterize our view as cautiously optimistic, and we're encouraging investors to step into markets in a prudent way. There's not just one trade. We really want to focus on identifying potential vulnerabilities in portfolios because a variety of risks are still out there. But across asset classes, across regions, I absolutely think there's still opportunity.
Crazy. I remember them talking about the S&P 500 at 6,000 as extremely bullish. Now they're talking about it at 7,000. Brian, what's with the tie? You going to try to sell us some insurance? Yes, the irony because of the troll yesterday, saying you must have a shirt and tie to look professional on here, or else people won't follow you. So a little bit of irony there for you guys. FTX sets September 30th for next creditor payment payout. The defunct crypto exchange FTX, some of you might not know about it, an exchange that went belly up in the last bear market. They were basically taking everybody's money and spending it. And so when you put money into their exchange on your phone, it said you had money there, but you actually didn't. The money wasn't there. They were giving it to politicians, Democrats, all kinds of stuff like that, spending it on themselves. They were leveraging your money. using it as to do leverage trading and stuff like that without stop losses, I must add. So that's they went bankrupt anyway, and they're paying people back now in their bankruptcy hearing. So they announced that it will begin its next round of payments to the creditors by on September 30th. The market. This marks the third significant payout to creditors since the crypto exchange collapsed and filed for bankruptcy in 2022. Also, the record date for eligible claim holders to receive their funds has been set for August 15th. This follows a significant court decision to reduce the claims reserve, unlocking billions for distribution. Now, from my understanding, people are getting paid back in USDT, not in Bitcoin or anything. So that's going to be a lot of liquidity right in time after the September dump to see a lot of extra liquidity injected back into the markets, right? So very, very bullish, guys. FTX did not reveal the exact amount that will be distributed on September 30th. Nevertheless, the approval gives fresh hope to thousands of former users who have been waiting for repayment. So far, FTX has paid about $6.2 billion in total to creditors through 2 earlier rounds. In February, the company returned $1.2 billion and paid out $5 billion in May to creditors. The whole repayment plan aims to deliver between $14.7 billion to $16.5 billion, depending on the type of claims and its assessed value. FTX's plan is expected to repay about 98% of creditors, at least 119% of their original claims. This is based on the value at the time of the company's collapse in 2022. However, this has not been without controversy. So basically, whatever you bought in 2022 and were holding there, the value appreciation, for example, if Bitcoin was $15,000, you're not going to get the value of what Bitcoin is today at $119,000. You're going to receive the $15,000 you had invested back in 2022. Scam! Some creditors argue that the recovery plan undervalues crypto assets as the broader crypto market has surged since the time of the bankruptcy. All distributors will be processed through BitGo, Kraken, and Payoneer, which will handle the logistics of the payouts. Crypto traders believe that the next wave of repayments could bring new liquidity into the market, particularly for altcoins, as recipients may reinvest their funds. In a separate legal move, FTX Recovery Trust submitted a motion on July 4th. As revealed in a recent X post, the company asked the court for permission to cancel and reverse creditor claims in restricted jurisdictions. These include countries. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of, obviously they're probably going to get that. People are actually stupid enough to make a claim for money that they lost on an exchange that was illegal for them to be using in their jurisdictions. That's like stealing something from the store, it getting stolen from you, and then you trying to file charge. That's like a drug dealer trying to file charges because somebody never paid them money. It's absurd. It's absurd. All right. What else do we have? We've got another video here from Squawk Box. We're already over an hour. Holy smokes, guys. Galaxy CEO Michael Novogratz, Ether has a chance to outperform Bitcoin in the next 3 to 6 months.
On the crypto markets this morning, his view on the Fed and just about everything. Joining us right now in an exclusive interview is Galaxy CEO Mike Novogratz. Good morning to you, Mike. We've got the Genius Act behind us. There's so many things going on now in the marketplace around crypto, around Bitcoin, around tokenizing things. We just talked to Dina Friedman about that. We got the Fed and everything else. So let's start, though. I want to start on the Bitcoin front, because I think that's still the barometer of just where all of this goes. We're at about $118,000, $119,000. Where does it go from here, given everything that's already either baked into the cake or not, given this bill that's just been passed?
Listen, crypto, is on a heater, in old school parlance. So many things are going well for it. The main driver right now is this plethora of balance sheet companies. right? MicroStrategy lookalikes that are showing up, not just in Bitcoin, but in crypto across the board. ETFs were a pretty darn good way to get exposure. There are some cryptos where staking and DeFi and on-chain yield will enhance that total performance over time. And so it's the rage. And that's brought in at least $20 billion of new money just going. That's reignited retail fervor. The backdrop of all this, though, is a Fed who is being pressured daily almost by the administration to cut rates. And so we're in this very interesting standoff. Either Powell cuts rates and it gives a tailwind to the market, or he doesn't, and that pressure builds. And at time, he's going to be gone one way or the other. And it's been very clear that this administration wants to put in someone very dovish. I don't think Powell wants to cut rates.
Right.
I don't think he wants to be pressured. And listen, we have tariff pass-through just starting, and now it looks pretty clear that the baseline for tariffs isn't going to be 10%, but 15%. And so it's going to be a little bit more inflation pressure. We also have a lot of confidence that's come back after the big, beautiful bill got passed, right? So you got business confidence coming back. You've got the ability on CapEx to write everything off. So you're going to see some CapEx surge now that there's clarity. And in part of these trade deals, you've got a lot of FDI being promised. And so you could have a significant increase in GDP just from CapEx next year. So I think if Powell led to his own would just stay put.
You say stay put. You tell the president, stop. He's going to stop going after him. He's going to be at the Fed this afternoon.
This is going to be tension that's not going away. And I think that's why the inflation trades keep working, right? This president's got a dog, a bone between his teeth or whatever they.
But Mike, here's the thing. I could make an argument to you right now without having the name of the next Fed chairman that we already have a shadow Fed chair, that we know come May of 2026, there will be a different individual in that seat who is likely, very likely, highly likely to push for lower interest rates. Now, the question is, will that person unto themselves be able to do that? I think that's an open question. What do you think?
I think you're right. And I think that's why gold is breaking up to new highs. Silver is breaking up to new highs. Bitcoin is on a tear, right? The yield curve is steep. The inflation trades are working. They're going to continue to work. And guess what? We now have China joining the party with probably in my career, the biggest effort they've ever had at reflation. They've actually now made it part of monetary policy to reflate, as stated policy. And so I just think you've got the two biggest economies, one who's going to pressure rates lower, even if they shouldn't go lower, and the other one who said we need to reflate. And so you want to stay long the inflation trades. What did the Citibank chairman way back? You want to dance till the music stops. The music is still playing on these inflation trades.
So if that's the case, what could Bitcoin go to? What do you think is reasonable? What's the upside and downside case at this moment?
Yeah, listen, we're in price discovery in a lot of these things. And so does 130, 150, 150 seems to me a decent target just when I kind of draw funny lines on my charts. We have seen sellers that have come in, right? And so it's not a one directional trade. There's have been some sellers that have come in and have slowed things down, but it feels like we're destined to go higher as long as this narrative continues. If Trump changes his mind, and says, "Hey, we've done such good work, the economy doesn't need lower rates," that would change my thesis. But until that happens, I think we're headed towards 150.
What do you make of some of the other coins? So Ether, we just had somebody on this week putting together the equivalent of an Ether MicroStrategy of sorts in terms of a leveraged bet that other people are going to be able to buy into. Also, everything's getting tokenized. We've talked about stable coins. Right now, if you could buy Ether or Bitcoin, which do you buy?
I own both. Listen, Ether's caught up a lot. It feels like if ETH takes out 4,000, it goes into price discovery. Yeah, so we feel kind of destined to at least knock on the 4,000 ceiling a few times. the narrative of Ether is really powerful, and the market was really short. And now we have not just, one, we have two major ETH treasury companies and another one coming, and they're raising capital every day and buying Ether. And so there's not a lot of supply of ETH. And so I think ETH probably has a chance to outperform Bitcoin in the next 3 to 6 months.
I agree, my friends. Absolutely. Well, obviously, we're getting ready for Bitcoin season, right? Or altcoin season, right? Bitcoin season. We're getting ready for altcoin season, guys. I got to get over to the 10% club. I have a coaching call I got to take care of, guys. Get over there. Join the club. Listen, 10%, 90% of people in crypto lose money. It's a simple fact of the matter, guys. For 10% to make true, actual, life-changing wealth for themselves, 90% have to lose. It's just simple math. Get over to the 10% club today. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Join thousands of other members. Extremely helpful community. We are live every single day. We drop educational content, micro cap gems, swing trade opportunities, and so much more. The link is down below. Like I said before, guys, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, use our link down below. Get your free ZBIC airdrop and your $20 off your Decent wallet today. It's an exclusive offer. It ends August 5th. Check it out, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.